Hello, this is Group 7. Our presentation is on Delta and Southwest, and the names of our group are Jake, Denzel, Oliver, and Sean. And for the first presentation, which I'm going to continue, is the reputation of organization have been permanently scarred in the past due to ineffective and inadequate customer service by their employees. When looking at how to prevent negative customer service, it is useful to compare two companies that have different customers' experience and the action that these companies undergo to ensure high quality customer service. When observing Delta and Southwest Airlines, despite differences in customer experiences, both companies are able to sustain strong customer service, showing that are enviable by others in their industry. While Southwest Airlines is known for affordable domestic flights, Delta Airlines provide more expensive flights globally, but at a higher price. The ways that these two companies are able to provide great customer service is by focusing on improving certain mechanisms by which their organization operates. Those being organizational, individual and group mechanisms. By investing these mechanisms, both of these organizations are able to have significant positive impact on how both their customers and employees view their services. When looking at how to best prepare a company's staff for success at ensuring good customer service, it is a good idea to take an in-depth look at an organizational mechanism. I'll hand over to my colleague to continue. Denzel?
Hey guys. So it is first necessary to take a look at the histories of both Delta and Southwest Airlines in order to understand how they developed and where they are now in terms of their different types of individual effectiveness. Founded in 1924, Delta operated mostly out of the Southwest United States, where from it expanded out to do more international business. This has allowed Delta to have more premium options for customers who are willing to pay more for a more relaxing flight experience. And in recent years, Delta has focused more on improving largest airlines in the world. When taking a look at Southwest Airlines, it has had a fair share of success over the years. Founded in 1967, it at first only served the three cities, Dallas, Houston, and Antonio. Facing challenges from other large airlines, they moved their focus onto low fares and friendly customer service. Later, they expanded beyond Texas and started servicing other states in the United States, where they eventually became the largest low-cost carrier. How these two organizations are so successful when it comes to customer service can be seen through the following traits of individual effectiveness. Now, my partner Jake will be taking over for us.
So in order to have effective managerial organization, it is important to take a look at businesses, organization mechanisms such as the organizational culture. And organization culture refers to the shared value, beliefs, attitudes, behaviors, and customs that defines how people within a company interact with each other and with external stakeholders. So one thing I can apply to Southwest and Delta is the job characteristic theory, which is the motivational theory in a management that describes the relationship between job characteristic and employee motivation. And through the job characteristics theory, we can better analyze organization culture and observe its positive impact as Delta and Southwest Airline. It is the framework for understanding how design of particular job affects individuals who performs it. And it allows to directly correlate with organization culture since the different characteristics directly affects the organization's culture. And next.
When comparing Delta and Southwest Airlines, it is clear that both organization culture contain some of the positive characteristics that job characteristic theory states, such as autonomy and task significance. By deeply investing in onboarding new employees into their organization, they empower them to feel as though they are part of the business and that they can effectively do their job. It is due to them immediately showing their new employees the significance of their job and quickly teaching them so that they can be autonomous and not reliant on others to do their job. Both Delta and Southwest require an extensive onboarding process, whereas Southwest has a 4 weeks long training program and includes you being able to stay at hotel they pay for. In addition, they provide food stipend to help cover expenses of being away from home for the training period. In turn, Delta also has strong onboarding, where their training program for new flight attendants take 8 weeks to complete. Their paying for training is listed as $1,882 per week dollars. Both of these organizations demonstrate a strong desire to quickly incorporate new employees into their organization culture, which can allow new employees to both feel as though they are part of the organization and that they are able to effectively do their job. However, it is not the only mechanism that can positively affect an organization. I'll let my co-worker continue.
Hi there, my name is Sean Flanagan. So when considering the additional individual mechanisms that affect employees and an organization, it is important to note job satisfaction. By positively affecting how employees think and feel about their job, an organization is able to deliver increased customer satisfaction down the line. This is shown through an effective events theory, next slide please, which states that certain events at a workplace can alter the emotions of employees and negatively or positively affect one's job satisfaction. So the effective events theory states that these events could include things such as job tasks, social interactions, and organizational policies. Both Delta and Southwest are able to have high job satisfaction due to having an organizational policy of yearly bonuses for employees. Next slide, please. And at Southwest Airlines, an example of their organization, would be ensuring job satisfaction among employees with large annual bonuses provided for all their employees. In 2017, Southwest Airlines announced it would be sharing $586 million in profits with its 54,000 employees, which equates to about 13.2% average bonus for each employee, or roughly the equivalent of a 6 weeks pay. Comparable to this is Delta, where employees were able to receive a profit-sharing payout estimated at $1,250. In response to why these payouts were occurring, Delta's Chief Executive Officer, Ed Bastian, stated in a memo to employees that it is an important part of our culture to shoulder hardships when times are tough, and we've had more than our fair share of tough times lately. But just as important is our commitment to sharing in the success we make possible by working together. This type of attitude displayed by executives in both Delta and Southwest Airlines is directly related to their excellence in employee job satisfaction, among other factors as well. In addition to both of the organizational and individual mechanisms listed above, it is also important for a successful company to have strong diversity measures. So when operating next slide, please. When operating a business that serves global customers, it is important for both your customers and employees to feel motivated and that they are welcome and that their needs are being met. This can be validated through social identity theory that states that individuals identify with various social groups and that their identification can have an effect on behavior and attitudes in the workplace. It further suggests that individuals derive their self-esteem from their group memberships, which can have a direct effect on motivation. And to talk more about this is Tenzel.
Thank you very much, Sean. So through diversity in employees, both customers and employees of both Southwest and Delta Airlines are able to experience better conditions and feel more motivated. Southwest CEO Bob Jordan stated that summer 2020 was a season of learning for Southwest Airlines in many ways. It heightened our awareness of social injustice and initiated an increased focus on our own diversity and inclusion efforts. We started with evolving our existing company values around how we show up individually, how we treat each other, and how we work as a team. In addition, Delta CEO Ed Bastian released a memo in 2020 as seen in the positive community that addressed diversity at their organization by stating that Delta would be requiring all hiring slates and interview panels to reflect diversity and would be removing qualification barriers for roles that do not require college degrees, allowing equal consideration for experience or certifications, which are more equitably accessible. By tackling issues such as diversity in the workforce, both companies are better positioning themselves to have more diverse and more motivated teams at their organizations, which in turn will have a positive impact on both employee and customer service. Now lastly, my partner Jake will be finishing this up.
So as a conclusion, despite these two airlines providing different level of premium service and cost, both are able to effectively manage their organization in a way that allowed them to be viewed as the top leader in the airline industry. By focusing on organizational, individual, and group mechanism, they have increased their employees' ability to deliver higher level customer service and thus to achieve business goal. It can be seen that any organization could stand to profit by investing in improving these mechanisms in a way that would not only benefit the bottom line but benefit their employees and customers as well. Thank you.
So this is at the end of our presentation, and these are my group members. We hope everything goes well. Thank you very much. And
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Oh God.
I think that was.